Hello, hello, yogis. Welcome to our Wednesday restorative yoga practice. And today we are going to focus on joy. Who needs more joy in their life? Yes, I need more joy in my life. Joy is probably one of my favorite emotions to feel. And as we move, or as we're still in today's practice, and as we relax in today's practice, we are going to let our minds percolate on joy, our own personal joy. My name is Jill Enticknap, and I am the lead trainer and founder of Yogi Institute, an online yoga school and studio. And I am really happy to have you here. So for today's practice, you'll want to have a bolster or a long, firm pillow, a blanket, and then maybe some blocks. If you don't have blocks or a bolster, there's always options that you can have around the house. It might be extra pillows, blankets, but we really want to bring in props to our restorative practice so that we can fully allow ourselves to relax into our postures. That is what this practice is all about: relaxation, release, letting go, and getting still in our minds, focusing our minds as we get still. So we'll start our practice with just a little bit of gentle movement in order to open the body up to come into our nice, gentle yoga class. Let's start by tucking the chin to the chest, drawing the shoulders back, and letting the head hang heavy. Let the forehead draw down toward the floor. And take a couple deep breaths. See if you can feel that upper back expand with the breath. And then slowly, gently roll right ear, right shoulder, left ear, left shoulder, right ear, right shoulder, left ear, left shoulder. Nice and gentle and slow, rolling the chin through center, opening up through the neck. Let's come through center, bring the hands onto the knees. Know that you can always sit with your legs extended if cross-legged is uncomfortable for you. And let's take a few rounds of seated cat-cow. Inhale as you arch the spine forward, and then exhale as you round the spine back. Starting off really nice and slow and gentle, and really feeling into the movement through the spine. Add in the breath, inhale as you arch forward and exhale as you round back. Inhale as you arch forward and exhale as you round back. Two more rounds, nice and gentle. And come through center. Let's take our left hand to the right knee. Right hand comes back, gently twisting to the right side. Draw that right shoulder back. Gaze follows the shoulder. And then come through center, and let's take a deep inhale and exhale as you bring your right hand to your left knee. Left hand comes behind you. Draw that left shoulder back. Gaze back. Come back through center. Let's bring the soles of the feet together. The knees come out wide, and let's take a moment to just kind of flutter out the knees. We'll open up through the hips a little bit. And keeping the knees bent, I'm just gonna back up. Let's extend the right foot out long. Keep the left foot tucked in. Let's inhale, get nice and tall through the spine, and then exhale as you just really gently hinge forward, coming to a point where you feel some length being created through the back line of the body, through the hamstrings, through the calf. Torso comes through center. Let's switch out the legs, extending the left leg, tucking the right foot in. Inhale as you lengthen and exhale as you hinge forward. Torso comes back through center. Send that right foot out to meet the left. Legs are extended out. Grab your bolster or your long, firm pillow. Place it behind you. right against the low back, and we'll lean back as we shift into our first still posture, our supported fish pose, letting the shoulders fall away. There's always the option to take the blanket and drape it over the body if it's a little chilly where you are. Let the feet fall out. Tilt the chin toward the ceiling, opening up through the front line of the body. As we come into this first still pose, let's take a moment to focus the mind on our breath. See if you can take a few rounds of deep breath, feeling the belly expand, feeling the lungs expand, and then fully release, letting go, letting the body release and relax naturally with that exhale. Couple more rounds of that deep breath. It might feel good to open mouth exhale with your exhale and really bring in that relaxation, that surrender into the props. And let's bring in that focal point of joy to the mind. So I invite you to bring to your mind's attention a time in your life where you felt joy. Maybe it has to do with your kids. Maybe it has to do with an experience. Maybe it's travel. Maybe it has to do with an accomplishment. Or maybe there was a special time in your life where you were surrounded by people that you love and appreciate that brought you joy. Just allowing yourself to center your mind there and let your mind linger in that joyful time, in that joyful space. And as you breathe, feel that joy expand throughout the body. Imagine that each breath is sending that joy throughout, from the tips of the fingers to the tips of the toes. Allowing the mind to be in that space. Allowing the mind to center and focus. Allowing the body to release and relax. Let's take 5 more rounds of deep breath here in our supported fish pose. Fill up completely and release and surrender fully. Flip your palms, palm facing down. Slowly, gently press that upper body up. Take a moment to get nice and tall. Let's take a hinge forward, lengthening out through the low back. Couple deep breaths here as we release through the low back. Torso comes through center. Plant your right hand down beside you and reach your left hand overhead, opening up through the left side. Come through center, plant that left hand down. Right hand reaches, opening up through the right side. Torso comes back through center. Let's take a moment, lift the shoulders to the ears on an inhale, draw them back and down on an exhale. And again, inhale as you lift and exhale as you lower. One more, inhale as you lift and exhale as you lower. Take that bolster or pillow, bring it behind you. Maybe you only have blocks. This will work with blocks as well. Bend into your knees, planting your feet on the floor. And let's get that low back onto the bolster as we bring the upper back all the way down, coming into our supported bridge pose. You can walk your feet closer toward your bottom. Check in and ensure that whatever is supporting your hips is nice and stable underneath the hips. Let's cactus out the arms, bending into the elbows, fingertips point upwards, palms point upwards. Close down your eyes if that feels right here and now. And let's bring something else. Maybe there's a person, a relationship that brings you a lot of joy. The first thing that comes to my mind is my niece and nephew. I just love them so much. They bring so much joy into my heart. Maybe for you, it's your children. Maybe it's your spouse. Maybe it's your best friend. Maybe it's all of the above. Just allow yourself to really focus on those people. Maybe it's a furry friend. I know my dogs, my furry friends bring a lot of joy into my life. Just allow yourself, your mind, to sift, to drift through these different relationships that bring you joy. And if your mind is busy, you can always focus on the breath, feeling the inhale expand and the exhale release. In the previous posture and this posture, we open up through the chest. And the chest is where the heart chakra is. And the heart chakra is where our kindness, our compassion, and our love exist. So as we come into postures that open up in that part of the body, that area of the body, we open ourselves up to kindness and compassion and love. Focusing the mind on the relationships that bring joy into your life. Keeping the bolster and the body where it is, let's lift the right leg and bring that right ankle above the left knee. Let the right foot slightly, or let the right knee slightly fall out. Coming into our reclined figure four, opening up through the right hip. Focus on those deep rhythmic breaths. And maybe like a movie, you allow for scenes to unfold in your mind. Scenes of joy and connection, happiness, contentment. Let's take the right foot, plant it back on the floor. Let that foot really ground down into the floor beneath you. Lift the left leg, left ankle above the right knee, and let that left knee fall out. Opening up through the hip on the left side. Reconnect to your breath. Maybe there's something in your life that you're really looking forward to. Maybe you're really looking forward to the holiday season. Maybe you're really looking forward to a vacation, an opportunity. Allow your mind to focus on something that's coming that brings you joy. Maybe as you think of these things, you notice a smile come to your face. Maybe you notice a lightness come into your heart. Maybe you notice some release come into your body. Checking in with these different layers of yourself, the physical, the emotional, the mental, and noticing the connection between these layers. Let's bring that left foot back down onto the floor. Ground down into your feet, lifting your hips up. Slide that bolster out from underneath you or the block. Slow and controlled, lower down one vertebrae at the time. Let the low back connect to the floor. Maybe bring the hands onto the hips and just really gently shift from right to left with the knees, windshield wipering out the knees. Find that range of motion in the body. Maybe you can come fully to the left and fully to the right. Maybe you want to bring a shift through the neck into this shifting from right to left as well. And bring yourself back through center. Take that bolster, slide it down. Let's bring it underneath the knees, supporting the knees. And let's grab our bolster or our blanket and take our blanket across the chest. And then I invite you to place both of your hands on your heart, letting your elbows, the backs of your arms rest into the mat. And let's come back to that breath. Inhales and exhales through the nose. Know that you can stay exactly as you are, or you can remove the bolster from beneath your legs. Maybe take a moment, draw the knees in toward the chest, rock from side to side, and then slide that bolster out from beneath you, extending your legs out long. Can keep the blanket where it is. Maybe you want to bring the blanket a little bit more over the body as we settle into our final resting pose, Shavasana. Can allow the hands to come down by your side, closing down your eyes, and come back to that awareness of the breath. And imagine that with each inhale, you're breathing joy throughout the body. And with each exhale, you're breathing joy into the space around you. Letting the breath anchor us into this moment. Breathing joy in and breathing joy out. Let's take a deep breath in as we stretch our arms up overhead. Take a moment to roll out the wrists, roll out the ankles, bringing life awareness, movement back into the body. If you have your blanket on top of you, place that blanket off to the side. Draw your knees into your chest. Gently rock from side to side. You can grab the backs of your legs or press yourself up. And let's complete our class in an easy seat where we began. I encourage you to press your palms through heart center. Take a moment to tuck the chin to the chest, bowing to this joy that we've cultivate in today's practice, embodying this joy, thinking, feeling into this joy, and allowing our joy to move us forward through whatever comes next in our day. Thank you for being here and allowing me to share this practice with you. It is always my honor. If you enjoyed this class, be sure to like it, favorite it, save it, share it, recommend it to a friend. I think that we can all use more joy in our life. The light, the love, the wisdom, and the joy in me sees, honors, reflects, and encourages the light, the love, the wisdom, and the joy in you. Namaste. I hope to see you again on your mats very, very soon. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if that's where you're watching. Until we meet again, may your light and your joy be your guide.